Another wild and windy day in northeast Tasmania. Let me just shut the door. No, no. Okay. Oof. How did the weekend go? I thought it was I thought it was actually going to be not as revved up as what it was. I've talked to a couple of people or seen a couple of situations where there was some real happening. So anyway, such is life. All right, so I will quickly read the words. So we still have the moon in Leo right now. It moves into Virgo, which means it's moving into the new moon placement at 1:50 today or 1:49 today. All right, so yeah, let's read the words first. So things are starting to move again. And there may be a sense of excitement, or I'm going to ad lib here. There may be a sense where you can start to see the balls rolling, the cogs are turning. Yes, there's a sextile to Mars, the cogs are turning. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Deb. How are you? My two Marsy people. All right, so there is a moon sextile Mars today, and with Mercury starting to move, you might actually be like, okay, I'm resolving things in my mind. I'm starting to feel some stuff. Now, Mars is square Neptune tomorrow. Okay, so for those Marsy people, including myself, there may be a desire to escape reality, but it's also the desire to clear delusion. All right. So if something has seemed foggy or unclear, that Mars square is going to give you the to make things rational. All right. There is also an in conjunct to Pluto today. Okay, so there's that adjustment required. Pluto moves back into Capricorn today at 10 a.m. All right, so after that 10 a.m., you're going to be looking at the functional foundations of your life. If you could, yeah, oh, there we go. Just breathe. All right. So we're looking at Capricorn in our lives as the way we run our business. All right. So Capricorn is that corporate structure. All right. So from now until the 15th of November, my birthday, we're going to have Pluto back in Capricorn, and you watch all the world governments and their last ditch effort to control the masses. All right, because the people, when Pluto moves back into Aquarius, are going to be fighting back. All right, so this you watch, man. They're going to be trying to put rules, regulations, stipulations, but we told you, and it's like, well, you might have told us, but you didn't explain, you didn't ask. You know, you govern us by us voting you in. All right, the people have a say. All right, so there's going to be a lot of tension in that world leadership, even up to local government standards. You know, people do have to stand up and make their voices known. All right, anyway, rant. Okay, so that sense of excitement is starting to, you can feel the ball rolling, but you may need to still think deeply about what has to happen. All right, when the new moon comes tomorrow at 11 or 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock, it's 11:53. When it comes tomorrow, what specific intentions will you have? All right. So we're still in this dark phase of the moon. It's not yet new. There is no visible moon. All right. So emotionally, we are sitting in a quiet place. All right. We are contemplating our navel. All right. Okay, so this is in addition, all right, because remembering that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is in Leo, our creativity, us being seen and respected and listened to. This is the third time you have seen Mercury trine Chiron. Okay, so these lessons need to be released and left behind where they started. You grew. Now continue to grow. What is it that you are meant to be doing? All right. So, the first hit is, oh my God, that hurts. Right. The second hit is, oh, I can see it for what it is. And then that third hit is, okay, what needs to be done now? Because I see you, insert shitty belief or insert thing of the past that influenced your current reality, that you're like, oh, you happened then, I'm going to leave you back there. Thank you for the lessons and strength that you gave me in this moment. Okay, so that Mercury trine Chiron is tonight at 11 p.m. So again, it's growing stronger all day. The Mars in conjunct Pluto, 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. So growing stronger all day. So, now at 8 a.m. we had the moon square Uranus. So maybe this is some of that tension and, oh my God, my comfort and security is being rattled, Deb, because there was that Uranus. Taurus is our values, money, security, comfortable home life. So, that moon in Leo, there's just there's a square, there's tension. Anyway, that has passed. Okay, so now, this Mercury trine Chiron, for those that are good with remembering recent history, not me, the first hit was the 23rd of September. The second hit was the 30th of August. And now we have this third hit on the 2nd. Oh, I'm sorry. 23rd of July. 30th of August and 2nd of September. They were quite close. Anyway, whatever. Previous history. Sorry. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, so Pluto moving back into Capricorn today. Like I said, you're going to be able to start to transform, rise above. There might be a crisis that instigates the change that is necessary. And even if it is, like Pluto brings up things from the depths that we have tried to hide. So it could be, it could be an old trauma. It could just be an old discomfort, something that doesn't feel good that you've gone like, I don't want to deal with you. Anyway, the in conjunct to Pluto and Mars being a lot of us's ruling sign, we have to adjust, okay? We have to adjust. Now, between 12 and 2, the moon in Leo, it's going to hit, that moon moves into Virgo at 1:50, and then the in conjunct to Pluto is at 2 p.m. with the moon. Anyway, my point is, the Neptune-Pluto sextile, all right? That's that big one that the collective is dealing with, all right? So there is a transformation of society more back to a very spiritual perspective. Neptune in Pisces, right? They are sextile, and they are both in conjunct the moon in Leo and Virgo, or both of those things, right? So, what are the details around you actually showing yourself for who you are, being proud of who you are, all right? So there's that Leo, but also being able to analyze your status enough to be okay with standing out. Oh, I like that. That just sort of came up. I felt that. So yeah, the moon is like really like, the planets are pointing to that specifically. So between 12 and 2, I mean, that's the exact, but I just think all day with the, in conjunct to Pluto, the trine to Chiron, there's a dawning reality to your own existence. All right, and that is so Virgo as well. Being okay with analyzing what's going on for you. Like, take the shame out of it, man. Life is about evolution and evolving. And if you can't be practical and realistic, thank you, Sun opposition Saturn, starting, all right? Let's just look at this very logically, pragmatically, like take the emotion out of it. Shit happens. Life goes on. That's it, the thing that undoes us is when we apply too much emotion or shame to our past experiences. It happened. Try to learn lessons or gain strength from it in whatever way you can. And again, I am not being mean to anybody who is emotionally struggling with something. I'm sorry. Get help. Cuddle your dog. I don't know. This is not about the initial emotion of a traumatic event. This is about the past experiences, the trine to Chiron, Pluto moving back into Capricorn for the last time. All right, last time ever. Good morning, Sally. So this is like you letting go of those old things, all right? So, you know, Saturn, which rules Capricorn, Pluto moving into Capricorn, is in Pisces, all right? So that is our subconscious narrative. It's our long-held beliefs. He is trying to restructure our foundations so that we can become stronger when he moves into Aquarius, and we're rebuilding this new society or whatever, you know, because Aquarius is so much more about the people than it is Capricorn, which is about the government. All right. So you're going to be seeing this shift. Do it in your own life. All right. You need to very Virgo yourself. What is good for me? What is good for my reality? What is my reality? Like, you know, Mars square Neptune, Mars in Gemini, you know, get hard on yourself in your thoughts. All right, observer, inner critic. Inner critic can just go for a little holiday. Observer can just be like, oh, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Oh my God, I did not realize that I placed that influence on that thought. Or I did not realize that I have that long held belief about that thing that's not actually real in my life now. All right, so we've got very much that. Now, if I'm as soon as I finish this, I'm going to do the aspects for the week, but I'll give you a bit of a heads up. So today Uranus goes retrograde and Pluto moves into Capricorn. Uranus goes retrograde at around 11 p.m. So it's stationary right now, and this is why we have so much wild fucking weather. All right, whenever the outer planets do something, it influences us, obviously. All right, so Uranus is wild, stormy weather. Pluto's moving back into Capricorn, which is Saturn related. Saturn is the ruler of storms. All right. The sun in Virgo. Virgo rules wind. Mercury is when it moves into Virgo on the 9th of September, although we're looking at it in a different we're looking at it in like as it is in the sky, not as astrology looks at it. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, we're still in for some wet, windy weather for a while. And again, the fact that Uranus is stationed and like stationary, that's why it's so hectic here on Earth right now. All right. Now, the new moon tomorrow, Mars square Pluto in that evening. So the new moon for the new moon. What practical intentions are you going to have? So this is where we're sitting and looking at like the details. Like what intentions do you want to set tomorrow? All right. It's the last one that we can set intentions until the eclipses have passed. All right. Because the next couple, we've got a hybrid eclipse and then I don't know if we have 2 or 3 or maybe just another one after that. Anyway, the fact is the next 2 lunations we can't do intentions on. So make your intentions for this one good and practical. All right. And then what else have we got? Mars moves into Cancer on the 5th and he's going to stay there for like 6 months. All right. Mars is in fall. It does not like being in Cancer. So, you know, we're going to have to be very aware that Mars in Cancer is very moody. All right. So we're going to have moody spells while Mars is in Cancer, especially if he is your ruling planet of anything like sun, moon, or rising. You'll be feeling it more. Maybe he's somewhere on your angles, or I don't know, maybe you've got moon in Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn, and you're having a Mars opposition. Anyway, the fact is, the next couple of months, we need to regulate our emotions. All right. So that starts on the 5th. And then, you know, there's a Mercury square Uranus where we're changing our thoughts. And then the Sun opposition Saturn, where we are getting a good old-fashioned dose of reality in our lives. That is on Sunday. So we see the moon move through Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio this week. And thankfully, the following week is a big, deep breath of... we got through that. So I hope you have, oh, actually, let me draw a card. I've got them right here. Okay. Okay, what card? when the grit becomes a pearl. Oh my God, I love this. All right, this is exactly what we're just talking about. All right, so making those things from the past, making those things that have hurt you in the past, the source of the jewels that we have in the future. I love that. Okay, so let's have a quick look. It is card number 27 for those that like their numbers. All right, reinvention, learning from past mistakes, surrendering to the lesson with grace and maturity. All right, something transformative is happening within you. All that friction, irritation, and resentment, the growing pains, identifying with your wounds and releasing them. You've been through rough seas for sure, but now hold your precious pearl of wisdom in your hand, heart, and psyche. You are forever changed. After all, you cannot change the pearl back to the grit, nor would you want to. Yes, you might get triggered here and there by ghosts of the past, but nothing compared to the arduous journey of learning you have been on. You will notice how quickly you can turn things around, how quiet you can become in the middle of a storm, how adept you've become at knowing when to speak up or when to step away, and how mature you are now. All right, so look for how far you've come, be mindful of opportunities. Yeah, you can't undo what's happened, but you can be very deliberate and vigilant about learning its lessons and keeping those lessons close to you so you can, gain that strength. Okay, so for my lifetime, my group, my accountability group, or my ladies that want to, I'm doing the week ahead aspects right now because I've got readings at 11 in Branksholme. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk more about those new moon intentions tomorrow. So have a good one, and I will see you ladies tomorrow. Bye.